Okay, so we are going to discuss the topic for week 1, which is permutation. And under this topic, we are going to illustrate the permutations of objects. So what is first permutation? So when we see permutation, a permutation of the set of object is an ordered arrangement of the items. So if the given set of objects deals with arranging or arrangement does matter, then the given situation or problem involves permutation. So we have here 3 conditions. For case 1, when an element must be placed in a specific position. So an example of this is Bobby must be the first student in the lineup. So there is a specific position for Bobby that he is the first student in the lineup. Now another condition is case 2, when 2 or more elements must be grouped together. So an example of this is Catherine and Lorraine must sit together in class. So the given condition is Catherine and Lorraine must sit together in class. Then we have case 3. So under case 3, when 2 or more elements must not be grouped together. So an example of this, the green book and the red book must not be placed next to each other on the shelf. So hindi sila pwedeng magkatabi. So you're going to arrange the green and the red books na hindi dapat magkatabi. Unlike case 2, lagi silang magkatabi ni Catherine and Lorraine. While in case 1, si Bobby, mayroon siyang specific position. Okay. So, let us have an example of illustrating permutation. So, an example here is, we're going to list all possible 3-letter arrangement in the word ear. So, we have 3 letters. For the given word ear, we have E, A, and R. So, ginamitan natin ito ng arrow diagram and then we list all the possible 3-letter arrangement after writing the illustration using arrow diagram. So, if the first letter is E, and the second letter is A, the third letter is R, so the word is ear. Another one, first letter is E, second letter is R, third letter is A, the word is ira. Then if the first letter is A, then the second letter is E, the third letter is R, so we have A, E, R. And then if the first letter is A, second letter is R, third letter is E, then we have the word R. Then if the first letter is R, then E is the second letter, A is the third letter, the word is Rhea. Then if the first letter is R, the second letter is A, and the third letter is E, we have the word Ray or R-A-E. Now, in the given example, the number of possible 3-letter arrangement in the word ear, if we're going to count, we have, the answer is 6. So we have E-A-R, E-R-A, A-E-R, A-R-E, R-E-A, and R-A-E. So those are the possible 3-letter arrangement in the word ear. And the number or the result, 6 possible arrangement, that is what we call the permutation or the number of permutation. So an example number 2 here is, the given question is how many 3-letter arrangements in the word ear can be formed satisfying the given conditions. So we have here 3 given conditions for letter A. If the first letter is E, then for letter B, if the vowels are together, and then letter C, the vowels must not be together. So looking for the illustration at the right, the arrow diagram or the three letters of the word ear, then the final answer on the right side, we have 6 possible arrangements. If you're going to answer the given condition for letter A, the first letter is E. So looking for the result, if the first letter is E, the number of arrangement will be 2. So the first 2. So we have E-A-R and E-R-A. So the 2 results, the first letter is E. So meaning, the answer for letter A is 2. There are 2 arrangement forms whose first letter is E, and those are E-A-R and E-R-A. Okay, for letter B, the vowels are together. So, hanapin natin yung result na yung vowels ay magkatabi. And that is the answer for letter B. There are 4 arrangement forms wherein the vowels are together. So, asan yung results na yun na that the vowels are together. So, those are E-A-R, A-E-R, then R-E-A, and R-A-E. So, yung first 2 vowel nasa unahan, dalawang yung result. And then, yung another 2 vowels sa magkatabi sa huli. So, the result is 4. So, we have 4 arrangement form wherein the vowels are together. Then, for letter C, the vowels must not be together. So, hindi dapat magkatabi yung vowels. So, how many possible arrangement do we have for the given condition in letter C? So, the answer for letter C is there are 2 arrangements formed wherein the vowels are not together. So, ano yung arrangement na yun that the vowels are not together? So, those are E-R-A and A-R-E. So, hindi magkatabi yung E at saka A. So, we have only 2 arrangement form wherein the vowels are not together. Okay. So, let's proceed to example 3. So, which of the following situations show permutation? So, sabi natin kanina sa definition, it is permutation if the given set of objects deals or dealing with arrangement or arrangement does matter. So, kung kailangan natin i-arrange or may arrangement na nagaganap, so it means that the given situation is permutation. So let us analyze the given examples here, A, B, and C. So for letter A, given situation for letter A, the number of ways a president, a vice president, and a treasurer can be chosen from a group of 20 person. So eto kayang situation letter A ay permutation o hindi. So, may arrangement kaya, importante kaya yung pag-arrange sa given situation A. So, for letter A, if we're going to analyze, there are 3 positions which are president, vice president, and treasurer. So, 3 positions to be arranged in choosing from the same group of 20 persons. And each position is to be filled once. So, ibig sabihin, kailangan nating i-arrange yung tatlong tao from 20 person dun sa position na President, Vice President, and Treasurer. Meaning, the situation or the given situation for letter A is permutation. Kasi meron tayong position na kailangan natin i-fill in and kailangan din natin i-arrange. What about letter B? So for letter B, the given situation is Aki is planning to purchase a photo album. It comes in 3 sizes. We have small, medium, and large. And the cover comes in soft and hardbound. The pages can be glossy or silk, and the print can be colored or black and white. How many choices does he have for the photo album? So, for letter B, if we're going to analyze, this is not permutation because arrangement is choosing from the different groups like sizes, cover, pages, and print. And choosing from different groups tends to have repetition. So, hindi importante ang arrangement for letter B because ang gagawin mo lang is to choose from the given sizes. Then you are going to choose from the given cover. Then choose what pages, kind of pages, and what kind of print. So this is just a matter of choosing. And choosing from different groups tends to have repetition. So arrangement does not matter for letter B, meaning letter B is not permutation. What about letter C? The number of 4-digit code that can be made using the digits from 0 to 9 if repetition of digits is not allowed. So, ibig sabihin, from 0 to 9, kailangan mong gumawa ng code na 4-digit, but repetition of the digit is not allowed. So, analyzing situation C, so it is permutation. Why? Because arranging 4-digit code, choosing from the same group of numbers, and repetition is not allowed. So, meron tayong, importante yung pag-a-arrange ng 4-digit. Kasi kung halimbawa, yung 4-digit code na gagamitin mo is, gagawin mong PIN ng iyong ATM. So, hindi mo ma-open yung iyong ATM account if mali yung arrangement ng 4-digit code na i-enter mo sa machine. So, arrangement does matter for letter C. So, katulad din ng paggawa ng mga code sa cellphone. So, pag hindi tama yung pag-enter mo ng pagkakasunod-sunod ng mga characters ng iyong ginawang code, you cannot unlock your phone. Okay, so for letter C is permutation. So letter A is permutation, letter B is not permutation, letter C is permutation. Now let us proceed to another example. So example 4. So what we're going to do here is to identify and underline the phrase or statement in each of the following situations that show a condition. So, alin kaya yung statements dito sa mga situations na ito na nagpapakita o nagsasabi ng condition? So, let us read and analyze each situations. For letter A, Rose, Malu, and Sheena are to be arranged in a line from left to right. But Sheena wants to be placed on the right side. So, alin statement sa situation A yung nagpapakita ng condition o nagsasabi ng condition? So, sabi dyan, problems in permutations involve conditions. So, yung letter A, the statement, Sheena wants to be placed on the right side, shows condition. Kasi may request si Sheena. Gusto lagi ni Sheena, kapag in-arrange siya, pag in-arrange yung tatlo, from left to right, ang gusto laging mangyari ni Sheena, siya ay laging nasa right side. So that is the given condition. Sheena wants to be placed on the right side. May request si Sheena. So for letter B, Rose, Bobby, and Malu are to be seated in a row. Rose and Malu want to be seated next to each other. So in situation B, the statement that shows a condition is Rose and Malu want to be seated next to each other. So ang nag-request naman ay si Rose at saka si Malu. So ang condition ni Rose and Malu, lagi sila dapat magka-sunod o magka-tabi. Pagka in-arrange sila sa upuan in a row. So Rose and Malu want to be seated next to each other. That is the statement that shows condition for letter B. So yun yung request nila. Next, letter C. How will you arrange Chris, Rose, Bobby, and Sheena in a row if Chris and Bobby refuse to stand beside each other? So the condition for letter C, sabi doon, Chris and Bobby refuse to stand beside each other. So, yun naman yung request. So, kung meron tayong apat na tao, si Chris, Rose, Bobby, and Sheena, si Chris at si Bobby nagre-request na hindi sila pagtatabihin. So, that is the given condition. If Chris and Bobby refuse to stand beside each other. Okay, so that is for example number 4. So, identifying situation that show a condition for a given permutation, problem, or situations. Okay, so I hope na naintindihan ninyo. To recap, when we say permutation, arrangement does matter. And then, how can we determine or how can we identify if the given situation is or illustrate permutations? So you have to consider if there is a specific position to be filled, if the given position must be arranged, the object must be arranged with the given condition also. So those are situations and problems that involves permutations. So katulad nung paggawa ng mga pin code. So it involves arrangement. Gawa ng seat plan. So it involves arrangement. Pag-arrange ng mga books sa shelves. So that is, it involves arrangement. Yung picture taking. So, pwede natin bago-baguhin yung positions nila sa picture taking. Pag-determine ng winners, kung sino ang first, second, and third. So, meron tayong mga positions na i-fill in and i-arrange yung first, second, and third. So, those are permutations. Okay, so sana ay naintindihan kung ano ang ibig sabihin ng permutations at kung ano yung mga problems and situations that illustrate permutations. So, we have 3 activities to be answered under this topic. And these activities are included in your module. You have to accomplish this and submit. So, explain natin yung mga directions for each activity. Ano ba ang dapat na gawin? What i-consider in order to answer this correctly. So, for activity number 1, you are going to determine whether the given situation is a permutation or not. Write the capital letter P if it is permutation, and write capital letter NP if not permutation. So, ang isusulat lang ninyo dun sa space before the number is the capital P if it is permutation, and if it is not permutation, you're going to write capital letter NP. So, you have to consider the definition that if arrangement does matter, then the given situation is permutation. So, yung mga examples sa binanggit ko kanina, you have to consider those for the following situation 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So, i-analyze mabuti alin ba dyan yung nangangailangan ng pag-arrange ng mga objects. Kung kailangan ng arrangement, then it is permutation. Pero if it is just a matter of selecting or choosing, and arrangement does not matter, so hindi siya permutation. So, yun lang gagawin sa activity number 1. Write P if it is permutation, and write NP if it is not permutation. So, what about activity number 2? So, for activity number 2, write capital letter C if the permutation contains condition, and capital letter N if none. So, madali namang i-determine if there is a given condition. Yung may mga request na may mga request sila sa pag-arrange. So, ayun. Ibig sabihin, the permutation contains condition. So, C if it contains condition, and N if it does not contain condition. So, read and analyze each 5 given situations for permutations. Then, for activity number 3, so, underline the phrase that states the condition in each given permutation, and write none on the space provided if no condition is stated. So, it means that kapag may in-underline kayo, so ang i-underline ninyo ay yung condition. So, let's say nakita nyo yung condition, so you have to underline. Then, dun sa blank after the given situation, wala na kayong isusulat. Kasi meron na kayong na-identify na condition. May in-underline kayo na condition. Pero kung wala kayong nakitang condition, dun sa given permutation situation, wala kayong nakitang condition, so wala kayong i-underline, meron kayong isusulat dun sa blank after the given situation. Ang isusulat nyo ay none. So, I hope na malinaw sa inyo ang gagawin sa activity number 1, 2, and 3, and masubmit ninyo ang inyong answer sheet na mayroong tamang kasagutan. So, that's all for lesson 1, week 1 for quarter 3.